Railroad Preserver 2000 here, back again doing another video here. And in this video I'm currently on the outskirts of Edisto. In fact, I'm actually beside the main bridge where you would cross over onto Edisto. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here for the original bridge that was first built to connect Edisto with, I guess you could say, the mainland. So yeah, this is the original bridge that used to allow you access onto Edisto. In fact, it still has the date on it. As you can see, it was built in 1954. And really, this is all that's left of the original bridge. It was not a bridge that was built to that design. It was actually a drawbridge. It was a drawbridge which, instead of lifting up, the span turned this way. And so it was in the middle of the river channel. So when a boat came, there would be, let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, right here. I didn't notice this until today. There would have been a light right here that would have been that would have flashed. I guess it would have either blinked either yellow or red, or would have probably had the word stop on it, and the light would flash. I don't know if it would either changed or flashed to indicate or to tell vehicles to stop, but either way, there would have been a light mounted there. It would have been like a normal traffic signal. Probably would have had a red light and a green light, which probably either said stop or go, and it would have probably either changed and stayed to red or flashed and blinked. And further up there, where that little post would have been, I think that probably would have been where the mechanism was for the gate that would have swung down to let people know that the bridge was about to open. So I'll walk up here to show you what little bit is left. Now, there's really not much left at all, to be honest. They completely demolished the drawbridge span and the other concrete portion of the bridge that was on the opposite side of the Intercoastal Waterway channel. That's what the name of this is here, is the Intercoastal Waterway. And well, what's interesting is this bridge was intact for close to 30 years, because my grandmother, when she first brought my father up here when he was either 8 or 9 years old, back in I think in either 1986 or 1987, this bridge was still in use. And I actually, on one of my first trips up here to Edisto, they actually still had photographs of it. And there was a business that had a mural of it. If I can find those pictures later on when I get home, I'll include them in this video, probably at the end, so you guys can see them. But yeah, what's amazing is there's still the two double yellow lines indicating that you couldn't pass on this bridge. I'm amazed those are still there after 30 years. But yeah, I'd imagine the gate mechanism would have probably been where, like I said, that concrete pad is right there, and then the light would have been on the other one further back. But you can see where the road would have merged there, where this grass is. It would have merged and continued on that way. So from what I could gather, from what my grandmother told me, when they first came to Edisto, this bridge had not been built yet. So that must have been, it probably was in the final stages of planning. And they started building it the next year in 1987. So that would mean that bridge was probably being built between 1987, 1988, 89. So probably it probably would have been constructed around the probably 1987, and probably, if I had to guess, would have been finished, I don't know, maybe around 1989, 1990. I really don't know. I'll have to look more into it, but you can see it's taller and can accommodate more traffic. But as you can see by that watermark, that's one of the reasons I guess this bridge was retired and replaced. If I had to guess, increasing car traffic, boat traffic, and increasing water levels probably were what contributed to this bridge's replacing, not to mention age, which I don't really think that would have been much of an issue with the concrete part, because this has been here for close to 30 years. Because this has been here for close to about 50 years now, and it's still here. So I'd imagine it was probably the center span that was needing a lot of work, but actually right here, I think, I don't know if the concrete part continued this way, like further out, and then the span was there, but I'd imagine they would have made the drawbridge span go all the way across the water. So it probably would have been right around in this area, and then the concrete portion would have continued back that way, and probably would have merged back onto the highway. But yeah, like I said, I have a picture, an old postcard of the bridge when it was intact. And if I can find it, I will include it in this video, if I can. Same with the mural of the drawbridge, because we took it because back when the business was still open and they were giving the building to new owners and they were going to repaint the inside. So yeah, my grandmother asked if we could get a picture of the mural, and they didn't mind and let us. So that was nice. But yeah, see the old rubber there. I don't know if that was, I really don't know if that was part of the original bridge or added later, but I'm glad that someone on Edisto that had the foresight to save at least this side of the bridge and to make it into a fishing pier. And I'm glad it's the side that still had the date. Now, I don't know if they had the date on either side of the bridge or just on one side. I really don't know how that works, but I'm sure someone has a better idea of it. And by the way, here's where the marsh begins, right here. So, yeah, that's pretty much the end of this video. And I guess I'll see y'all later. Until then, this is Railroad Preserve 2000, signing out. Okay, so that was the video, and now here's the photographs. The first photograph you see is of the drawbridge when it was originally complete, as far as the span goes. Now, after my grandmother and my younger sister and I left where the old drawbridge used to be and drove across the new bridge, we saw the date of completion on it was 1993. So that was probably when the original bridge was retired and then dismantled, probably, or at least shortly after the new bridge was opened. Okay, so here is that mural I was talking about in the video. It was in a restaurant that was on Edisto when we first came. So when we found out the restaurant was going to be bought by a new owner, and that when we found out they were going to renovate the second floor, we asked if we could get a picture of the mural before it was painted over. And the staff and the owner didn't mind, so we got a picture of it, and I'm glad we did because the mural no longer exists. So I'm glad we got a picture of it. In fact, we may have been the last people to get a picture of it before it was painted over. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I'm sorry if my audio commentary is longer than the actual video itself, but yeah, I wanted to try and go more into depth about these photographs, or at least one of them. So yeah, this is Railroad Preserver 2000 signing out.